Um, I've had the opportunity in life to live a pretty full life. I thank God for it. I've had the opportunity to have some level of success in things, and I've had the opportunity to be a father, and I've had the opportunity to be live through a lot of different circumstances where I've had a lot of help and people who saw me being able to be in a better place, even when inside myself, yes, I believed in myself, but I made a lot of mistakes with situations, with people, with relationships, with a lot of different things. And I continue to be a student, and in some ways I still do make mistakes. I have learned. It's taken me quite a while to learn from some things that I used to do, and I think some part of it's maturity, and part of it's just been life. In some ways, I'm full. I've eaten a lot, and I've had the opportunity to be in good situations. Something was telling me, and this is really this is real. When I'm talking to you, this is real. This isn't scripted. This isn't me trying to force anything on you. And you're welcome to turn this off if this isn't the type of a message you want to hear. But I'm hoping that this is educational, and I'm sharing with you some of my own thought. And I'm just one person in a real big world. There's a lot of different types of people, a lot of different things that people are into. But something's telling me that sharing these talks, it can be important for someone else. And it's important to me to make sure I take on that responsibility to share some of my thought about what I've kind of experienced in life, about what I believe life is about, and some candid experiences that I have had, and also for me, as you probably have picked up on if you've watched other videos, for me, part of my purpose is to help others to learn some foreign languages, because I have had a life full of foreign languages, and I've been blessed to struggle with trying to learn foreign languages, and I've been culturally immersed in different communities where I was able to actively use language, and including now in my situation, my personal family situation, I'm still actively teaching language, and I'm using language on a regular daily basis, okay, using foreign languages. So what I wanted to point out today is actually not about language, it's about love. And I didn't know how to start off this. I'm not here to preach, but I wanted to highlight something that I've really reflected on just a couple of days ago. And like I said, I've been blessed to do a lot of things, but I was thinking about my role as a parent, and it led me, something was clicking in my mind and said, look, from a parent, having that unconditional love in today's world is very important. And I remembered something inside of the Bible, okay, that was something about love is long-suffering and kind, and it something drew me to want to read that, find that, and read it again. When I read it this time, and I've read this a number of times in the past, when I read it this time, the message to me was different. It was a lot clearer than I had ever seen it. So what I wanted to do is, and this may not be something that you're interested in. You can definitely look this up. I want to read the words that I heard when I was reading it myself, And maybe this is something that you will get a message from as well, especially in the context of where so many things are moving fast, knowledge-wise and digital-wise, and people trying to be very smart and everything today. And I'm not in that field. I'm not. I have some level of intelligence. I'm not without smartness, but I'm not in the boasting, and I don't have that. So this what I'm about to read made me feel like, wow, this is love is something is much more powerful than everything we kind of see. Let me read it. I'm watching the clock. I don't want to take too much time. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I have become sounding brass or a clanging cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. Wow. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, but have not love, it profits me nothing. Love suffers long and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself, is not puffed up, does not behave rudely, does not seek its own, is not provoked, thinks no evil, does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Wow. Love never fails. But whether there are prophecies, they will fail. Whether there are tongues, they will cease. Whether there is knowledge, it will vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect has come, then that which is in part will be done away. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then I shall know just as I also am known. And now abide faith, hope, love, these three, but the greatest of these is love. Wow. That for me, that was a letter from the Apostle Paul to the Corinthians. It's chapter 13 from the Bible, 1 Corinthians. But the thing about it is, in that message about love, the thing that baffled me, I was going to say, was the idea that all this knowledge that we're acquiring, we're all getting real smart with the internet, and we're giving away money to charities, and we're benefiting people and opening up many different things. And yes, we need to do those things. And we have, including myself, faith to move mountains. But having all that and being able to speak many languages, having that without love profits us nothing. And we only see what we can see now in part. We don't see everything that's been created around us and what we're here for, everything. And just like I said, as a child, wow, we see the world as a child. We don't know about a lot of things. And as we get older, we see more things and we can make better decisions. And this is helping me to at least I'm taking this away. And this is, I'm sure the biblical scholars will have many exact reasons why this was said in a point in time to the Corinthians and why Paul. But I'm not speaking from that. I'm speaking just from the message. The message I feel, which I felt is very comforting, is as long as I try to love others, as long as I make that effort, and it gives some examples of what love kind of can be. And I'm not saying I'm perfect at it. I'm not. I have emotions that go up and down, and I can be upset, and yeah, you would think maybe I could be mean in some ways, but just thinking about it though, it's soothing to know that if I do try to love, and try to recognize what that means, it's soothing and comforting to know that even I don't have all the knowledge, even if I'm struggling in other areas, I can always fall back to know that if I'm trying to love, then that's the greatest of the three. Like I said, verse 13 was, and now abide faith, hope, love, these three, but the greatest of these is love.